Well, it's about 9:15 in the morning, and I'm going to do some hiking in the Porcupine Mountains here on June 15th and 16th. Christy is going to walk with me the first part of it, and right now we're just trying to keep a little bit of momentum going to stay ahead of the mosquitoes. There are quite a lot of them. Hopefully when the sun comes up a little more and the fog burns off and we gain some altitude, it'll be a little better. But got a campground the first night at Lake of the Clouds, and a campsite the second night right on Lake Superior, so this ought to be beautiful. Okay, the mosquitoes are getting thicker. Christy's gonna make a run for it. Bye! We'll see you in a few days.
Sorry, honey.
Okay. And we continue, and the bugs are intense. I'm thinking it's almost bug head net time. Yeah, so they have a lot of these backcountry cabins that they rent out in the winter. Very interesting. Just a little buggy. Just stopped for a brief rest and a little water. It's muggy, and I'm sweating, but there's no way I'm taking the wind jacket off. The wind jacket is of tight woven nylon, and the mosquitoes can't bite through it. And if you wear pants, wind jacket, and a head net, you don't have to rub poisonous chemicals all over your body, which I like to avoid. So it's hard to keep up with the picaridin application, and DEET just melts your plastic equipment, so it's got to be bad for you. At any rate, this is working really well. They really swarmed my pack when I stopped, and swarmed me, but that's okay. I'm protected. It sure is beautiful out here. Hemlock forests, all kinds of amphibians, and surprised a couple of cranes deep in the woods out here, and they never made a sound when they flew off. Really curious. Anyway, wonders of nature. So the other interesting thing about hiking up here in the Porcupines is that it does overlap the North Country Trail, which is a very long trail going across the northern United States. Okay, we're headed toward Highway 107, but before we get there, we'll pull up short and take the escarpment trail. And look at this. It's beautiful. Okay, I came across a backcountry campsite up here. It's got a bear pole, and it looks like there's at least 3 different camps. I think I'm going to pick one of these out to have a snack and rest a bit before continuing. I think the one down the hill there, that nice little bench, looks the best. I think I'll head down there. Okay, we've reached the junction with the Overlook Trail. Looks like it's an Overlook loop. It'll be 2.6 miles to loop back. That'll add some more mileage to today, which I think we really need. So let's go see what the Overlook looks like. So it's 12:30 and I've reached an overlook and a really nice bench right here. So I think I'm going to take advantage of the fact that there is breeze and no bugs. Try to dry out my shirt and my rain jacket and cook up some lunch. Take some time. So on flat land, you curse the roots, but on uphills and downhills, in this case a downhill, you really like seeing roots because they make sturdy steps to come down on. Yeah, so that was the last little steep part of it. And then we may have another drop off up there. Challenging, fun. Okay, made it back. Where the Overlook Trail joins the Government Peak Trail. We can go to Highway 107. On the way there, we'll pick up the Escarpment Trail. Okay, so this says Union Spring Trail is about 2 miles back. We covered 4 on it, so that's 6 plus the 2.6, so we've done about 8.6 at this point. And now we're going to take the Escarpment Trail to Lake of the Clouds. It's 4.3 miles this way. Well, it was a pretty good climb to get up here starting off, but definitely paid off in views. Beautiful up here. So it's now 3 o'clock. I found a really nice place in the shade in the forest to have a little break here, and had a lemon bar and a little cup of Jiffy peanut butter and some more electrolyte water, and that finished my water, so that'll be about right for the additional 2 miles or so to go to Lake of the Clouds and my campground. Wow, the walk along that escarpment up there was gorgeous and the views are amazing. Blueberries are growing, river valley to a lake, nice shady forest, rock formations, And it's Saturday, so I've run into a few other hikers here. It's great. Can't wait to get down to the lake. So the whole trail has been blazed with these brilliant markers where they just bend a corner of it and nail it into the tree. And then, no matter which direction you're headed on the trail, you can see the marker. They should do more of that. All right, campground located. And I'm happy about it because that LOC1 was full of 3 tents. It had a bottle of ketchup and a bottle of mustard by the fire pit. They had an ice chest with loose food on top of it hanging 4 feet off the ground. It's gonna be gone. I'd like to be away from them. So this is all mine. Okay, well I did a little scouting because the first thing I gotta do is get some water. And there's no place up ahead. I'm gonna have to backtrack down the trail and get it. And you can't just leave your pack laying around because they did say they've had a fair amount of bear activity. The way the LOC1 guy is set up, I'm sure they're gonna get the most attention, but I want to not leave my backpack and have it stolen with all the food in it by the bear. I'd rather just backtrack down to the water and carry it with the pack. Well, the Serenity Shuttle has landed at Lake of the Clouds Site 2. Got here early enough to get set up and got a little bit of view of the lake through the trees, but not a lot. People are coming up and down this trail. Lots of mosquitoes. You'll notice the tent looks a little different, so let's talk about that. So again, a friend of mine was supposed to come camp with me, but he had to cancel. So in an effort to make sure he had a tent to use, I ran down to REI and looked for a 2-person Flash Air. I didn't want to pay full price, but I went over and looked at the returns shelf, and this was on it, and nothing was wrong with it. The guy just wanted a smaller tent, so they had to put it on the return shelf, and that means they got a $400 tent for $150. It is huge inside, and it has upright bars at the head and the foot that space it out so that you don't touch the walls in case there's any condensation. So I decided I'd try it out since I'm by myself. Okay, well, there's lots of bear activity here, so I'm going to cook dinner and then go to the bear pole and hang everything and get ready for the evening. Okay, use that hook on this long pole to put the food bag up there. It was not easy. Hope it's easier to get it down in the morning.